What if I told you Lakestevens had some deep, dark secrets? Welcome.
David Hien only lives about a mile away from Lakestevens High School, so I went to his home, I knocked on his door, I spoke to him in person, but what he told me is he does not want to comment on these allegations. Traveling fast through the Lakestevens community.
Yes.
What did you say?
Shock. Yeah. Like I knew why you guys were here right away.
According to Lakestevens police, Mark Hien faces 2 counts of assault in the 4th degree with sexual motivation, 2 counts of sexual misconduct with a minor, and 2 counts of communication with a minor for immoral purposes. We're naming Hien because investigators anticipate there may be more victims. Police arrested Hien on Wednesday, but the community tells me they heard rumors for a long time.
When Coach Hien stepped down from being a varsity coach, we had questions.
Tiffany Bell's son goes to Lakestevens High School. He plays basketball. Hien would have been his coach, but the family also lives just feet away from Hien in the same cul-de-sac.
What's up, everybody? Noble fucking Marsh here. And today I got a little bit of a different video. This video kind of hits close to home considering it happened in my hometown. A town where I've lived in for too long, to be honest. I've lived here for too long. So recently, if you guys haven't heard, or if you guys aren't from Washington, you probably haven't heard this, but recently in Lakestevens at the high school, there has been a teacher whose name is Mark Hien. Now, Mark Hines, just give me 1 second, which is this man right here, Mark Hines, was recently arrested for sexual misconduct with a minor. Now, this isn't very surprising at all, considering the amount of stories I've heard, the amount of people that have talked about him and all the gross stuff that he's done. But when I was told this, it was in high school, so you kind of got to take things with a grain of salt. Well, unfortunately, I wish I didn't, considering it turns out everything they were saying was true. It's quite honestly disgusting to even think that I went to a school with a man like this is preying on young teenagers. It's absolutely disgusting. He was a coach for the boys basketball team, and he was the pastor for Young Life. And for those of you who don't know what Young Life is, it's a religious group that goes and You know, basically it's like a Bible study, but they do have, you know, a lot of fun things that they do. Like they do paint balloon fights and just shit like that, basically. And it's ran by adults that rather go to the school or at least in the town. Here it is, as you can see. I'll read it for you. Hien was placed on administrative leave this school year while allegations of inappropriate and unprofessional conduct were investigated by local law enforcement, the school said. He was arrested by Lakestevens Police Department yesterday and is booked at the Snohomish County Jail. His charges included 2 counts of communicating with a minor for immoral purposes, 2 counts of an assault with sexual motivation, and 2 counts of sexual misconduct with a minor, all gross misdemeanors punishable up to 364 days in jail and $5,000 worth of fine. Which personally, he should be in jail for life. In my personal opinion, $5,000 in fines aren't enough for a crime like that. So as you can see right here, this is all the information. Right here. It's just unbelievable. So, as if Lakestevens High School couldn't get any worse, a few days later after hearing about his arrest, a new article came out. Charges dropped for Lakestevens teacher accused of harassing students. Prosecutors dropped sexual misconduct charges Monday against a Lakestevens High School teacher and church volunteer who had been accused of harassing a student for months. Mark Hien, he's 55 years old, has been a math teacher at Lakestevens High School since 2003. He was also a coach of the varsity boys basketball and tennis teams, according to a search warrant obtained by the Daily Herald. Since August 17th, Hien has been on paid administrative leave as police investigated, Lakestevens School District officials said. It's honestly sickening that people like Mark Hien can just be let go like that. You already made the arrest. You have him in custody. Why? Why would you drop the charges? The warrant describes Hien as a youth pastor at Lakestevens Young Life. The warrant describes Hien as a youth pastor at Lakestevens Young Life and area director for the youth-centered Christian ministry. So this, not only is this guy coaching a boys basketball team, a boys tennis team, but he's also in control of the the Young Life in the Lakestevens, Washington area. As in, at this point, if you're watching this and you're a parent in Lakestevens and you've sent your child to this group, you have put your child in danger. Whether you knew it or not, you put this child in danger. And it's just unfortunate. I mean, you never know what people are going to think. You never know what people plan on doing. And it's scary, especially when you send your child to a place like that, where you try and do the right thing and send them to learn about the Word of God, and instead they're in the presence of someone who could maybe want a sexual encounter with a minor. It's unfortunate. What's really unfortunate is the fact that Lakestevens Police Department, the prosecutors of Lakestevens, would go ahead and let him go. They'd go ahead and let him go. At this point, he's a sex offender. He knows he's going to have time in jail. He knows he's being watched. At this point, he has nothing to lose. What's stopping him from going on the run? Seriously, what's stopping him from going on the run? Then you have a much, much, much bigger case on your hands as a pedophile is on the loose. I don't understand why the Lakestevens Police Department and the prosecutors would be willing to take that risk. I don't understand. You already had him in custody. You had this sick, absolutely sick man in your custody. And you say, we want to do some more paperwork. Let's let him go. Let's let him go. Absolutely sick. Unbelievable.